The steamy summer is set to ignite fireworks far beyond the 4th of July, because Gabi Hernandez is about to face the most explosive choice of her life: true love with Philip Kiriakis or loyalty to Tony DiMera's dark scheme to destroy Titan from within. At the heart of this story is Gabi, always a master of seduction, manipulation, and ambition. She's danced with danger before, but this time, the stakes are higher. Her carefully calculated world is about to spiral into a storm of passion, betrayal, and possibly, redemption. Gabi and Philip, a spark that ignites the summer for weeks. The tension between Gabi and Philip has been simmering just beneath the surface. Philip, freshly returned to Salem and more handsome than ever, carries the weariness of past heartbreaks, and Gabi, equally bruised from her battles in love and power, sees in him a kindred spirit. What starts as casual flirtation soon erupts into a magnetic connection. In a sneak peek from the Days of Our Lives Summer and Beyond preview, viewers were stunned by a scandalously passionate scene between Philip and Gabi that plays out right on top of a desk, a moment so charged, it could melt steel. It's not just lust. Underneath the smirks and stolen glances, there's something deeper building between them. Philip's guarded vulnerability draws Gabi in, while her bold fire reignites something in him he thought he'd lost. Salem hasn't seen this level of chemistry in years. But as their romance heats up, a dark shadow looms, one with a name and a mission. Tony DiMera, a puppet master with a plan. Tony DiMera has always played the long game. Suave and strategic, he rarely raises his voice but always gets what he wants. And what he wants now is Titan, the Kiriakis empire. To dismantle the corporate giant, Tony is relying on one of his most cunning allies, Gabi Hernandez. For months, Gabi and Tony have worked in secret. The plan? Gabi would get close to Xander Cook, worm her way into Titan's power structure, and eventually bring the company to its knees. It was all going smoothly, until Philip Kiriakis walked back into her life and into her heart. Now Tony watches with cold detachment as his prized asset risks it all for romance. He sees Gabi's recent entanglement with Philip not as a threat to the plan, but as a betrayal. Tony confronts Gabi in a tense, candlelit scene inside the DiMera mansion. With his piercing gaze and calm menace, he warns her, "You're not here to fall in love, Gabi. You're here to finish what we started. Don't let a Kiriakis distract you from destroying them." But Tony may have underestimated Gabi's heart, and her growing conflict. Gabi's inner turmoil. A battle between love and legacy. Gabi has always done what she needed to survive. She's clawed her way to power, faked her way into influence, and manipulated more than a few men to get there. But something about Philip is different. He sees the real her, not the businesswoman, not the seductress, not the schemer. Just Gabi. Their connection forces her to reflect. Is she really still the same woman willing to use anyone as a stepping stone? Or has she finally found someone worth changing for? Philip opens up to her in ways no one else has. He shares the pain of his fractured relationship with Victor, the guilt over past mistakes, and his desperate need to rebuild not just the company, but himself. And Gabi listens. For once, she's not plotting, she's present. Still, the guilt gnaws at her. Every time she lies to Philip about her real motives, it chips away at her soul. And every time she looks into Tony's eyes, she remembers the blood pact she made. The revenge, the promise, the mission. Tony's ultimatum, loyalty or love? With Titan's destruction hanging in the balance, Tony presents Gabi with a brutal choice: either seduce Xander and carry out their plan, or walk away, and lose everything they've worked for. But Gabi is no longer sure what she wants. The power? The revenge? Or the rare chance at something real with Philip? In a gripping moment, Gabi stands in front of the Titan building, torn. Her phone buzzes, Tony's text reads. "Time's up. Do it. Or it all burns down, with you. Her hands tremble. She knows that choosing Philip means betraying Tony. But choosing Tony means betraying her own heart. What lies ahead? The coming weeks promise heartbreak, betrayal, and shocking twists. Will Gabi choose love over loyalty? Can Philip handle the truth if it all comes out? And will Tony let her walk away so easily? One thing is clear, this isn't just another summer fling. This is the beginning of a war. With hearts and empires on the line. Next, Days of Our Lives, a heart-wrenching decision and secret plans unfold in Salem as the warm July sun casts its golden light over the charming town of Salem. The residents of Days of Our Lives find themselves entangled in a web of emotional turmoil, hidden truths, and daring plans. For those of us who followed the lives of Salem's families through decades of love, loss, and unexpected twists, the episode airing on Monday, July 7, 2025, promises to deliver the kind of heartfelt drama that keeps us glued to our screens. From Sophia Choi's aching heart to Tate Black and Holly Jonas's clandestine getaway plans, and a shocking turn in Chad DiMera's world, this episode is set to tug at our heartstrings and leave us eagerly awaiting the next chapter. So, let's settle into our favorite chairs and dive into the stories unfolding in Salem, where every choice carries the weight of consequence and every secret threatens to unravel the ties that bind. Sophia's heartbreak. A mother's sacrifice at the heart of Monday's episode is Sophia Choi, portrayed by Irna Nielsen, a young woman whose quiet strength and vulnerability have made her a compelling figure in Salem. Sophia is grappling with a decision that has left her heart shattered. The choice to place her newborn son in a safe haven baby box at a local fire station. For those of us who've known the joys and challenges of parenthood, Sophia's sacrifice is a poignant reminder of the lengths a mother will go to ensure her child's future, even at the cost of her own happiness. The safe haven, a place designed to offer safety and anonymity for infants, was Sophia's way of giving her son the chance at a better life, one she feels she cannot provide. As Sophia moves through the familiar streets of Salem, her mind is a storm of conflicting emotions. She loves her son deeply, a love that shines through in the quiet moments when she allows herself to remember his tiny face. Yet, she's convinced that giving him up was the only way to reclaim her own life, to forge a path unburdened by the responsibilities of motherhood at such a young age. But doubt creeps in, as it so often does in Salem, whispering questions about whether she made the right choice. Did she act too hastily? Could she have found another way? These thoughts haunt her, making every step through town a painful reminder of the son she left behind. Complicating matters is Sophia's fear of what might happen if Tate Black, the father of her child, were to see their son. She believes that Tate, with his warm heart and sense of duty, would insist on keeping the baby, a choice that could unravel her carefully laid plans. Equally daunting is the thought of her birth mother, Amy Choi, meeting her grandchild. Sophia is certain that Amy would refuse to adopt the baby, adding another layer of complexity to an already fraught situation. For those of us who've watched Salem's residents navigate family dynamics over the years, Sophia's predicament is a stark reminder of how love and fear can collide, forcing impossible decisions. As if her emotional turmoil weren't enough, Sophia's story takes a dramatic turn with the involvement of Melinda Trask, played by Tina Huang. Melinda, known for her sharp intellect and knack for stirring the pot, has concocted a fake adoption story to help Sophia maintain her secret. The plan requires Sophia to deceive both Tate and Amy, a task that weighs heavily on her conscience. Every lie she tells, every step she takes to keep her son's existence hidden, pulls her deeper into a web of deception. For those of us who've seen Salem's secrets unravel in spectacular fashion, we can't help but wonder how long Sophia can maintain this facade before the truth comes crashing down. Tate and Holly's great escape across town. Young love is blooming amidst the chaos, as Tate Black and Holly Jonas, affectionately known as Tolly to their devoted fans, plot a getaway that promises both excitement and risk. For those of us who remember the thrill of young romance, their story is a nostalgic nod to the days when love felt like an adventure waiting to unfold. The couple has been buzzing about the senior week trip to the lake, a tradition that brings Salem's youth together for a week of fun and freedom. But for Tate and Holly, this trip is more than just a chance to relax, it's an opportunity to steal a moment away from the pressures of Salem's ever-watchful community. Tate, still unaware of the full extent of Sophia's secret, is torn between his feelings for her and his growing connection with Holly. He believes Sophia is still pregnant, a misconception that adds a layer of complexity to his plans. Eager to support Sophia but drawn to the excitement of a getaway with Holly, Tate suggests a brief escape, just a day or two to clear his mind and revel in the joy of young love. Holly, with her adventurous spirit and undeniable chemistry with Tate, is all in, and the two spend their time dreaming up plans for their lakeside adventure. Will they sneak away for a romantic moment under the stars, or do they have something more daring in mind? For those of us who've cheered for Holly's budding romance, their excitement is infectious, but we know that in Salem, even the best-laid plans rarely go as expected. As Tate and Holly finalize their vacation plans, a sense of foreboding hangs in the air. Salem is a town where bad news is never far away, and spoilers hint that their getaway will be anything but smooth. Will an unexpected visitor derail their plans, or will a revelation about Sophia's secret cast a shadow over their happiness? For those of us who've watched Salem's young lovers navigate countless obstacles, this storyline is a reminder of the fragility of youth and the challenges of balancing love, loyalty, and personal dreams. Chad DiMera's shocking drama. Meanwhile, whispers of a shocking development in Chad DiMera's world add another layer of intrigue to Monday's episode. Chad, a man whose life has been defined by both triumph and tragedy, is no stranger to Salem's dramatic twists. While the details of his storyline remain shrouded in mystery, spoilers suggest that a revelation or confrontation will shake the foundations of his world. For those of us who followed Chad's journey through love, loss, and the complexities of the DiMera family, this hint of drama is enough to keep us on the edge of our seats. Will Chad's story intersect with Sophia's, perhaps through a chance encounter that brings her secret closer to the surface? Or is a new challenge awaiting him, one that will test his resilience and resolve? A town where secrets never stay buried. As Monday's episode unfolds, Salem is a town teetering on the brink of revelation. Sophia's heartbreak, Tate and Holly's secret plans, and Chad's impending drama are just a few threads in the rich tapestry of days of our lives. Other storylines, such as the ongoing trial of Johnny DiMera and the tensions between Xander and Sarah Kyriakis, weave through the narrative, creating a complex and captivating portrait of a community bound by love, loyalty, and secrets. For those of us over 65, who've seen our own share of life's joys and challenges, these stories resonate deeply, reflecting the universal truths of sacrifice, hope, and the enduring power of human connection. The emotional weight of Sophia's decision, the thrill of Tate and Holly's adventure, and the anticipation of Chad's drama create a multifaceted narrative that speaks to the heart of what makes days of our lives so special. Each character's journey is a reminder of the resilience required to face difficult choices, the courage it takes to chase love, and the strength needed to navigate the complexities of family and community. As we tune in on July 7, 2025, we're not just watching a soap opera. We're witnessing a reflection of our own lives, played out in the familiar streets of Salem. A week to remember in Salem. As we prepare for Monday's episode, we're filled with anticipation for the moments that will define this chapter in Salem's saga. Will Sophia find peace with her decision, or will her doubts lead her to a breaking point? Can Tate and Holly's getaway bring them closer together, or will Salem's ever-present drama derail their plans? And what shocking twist awaits Chad DiMera, a man who's no stranger to the storms of life? These questions linger in our minds, promising a week of drama that will keep us talking long after the credits roll. So, dear friends, let's gather around our televisions or streaming devices, perhaps with a warm cup of tea or a cozy blanket, and immerse ourselves in the world of days of our lives. The episode airing on July 7, 2025, on Peacock is sure to deliver the emotional depth and dramatic twists that have made this show a cherished part of our lives for decades. Sophia's sacrifice, Tate and Holly's adventure, and Chad's unfolding drama remind us why we keep coming back to Salem, a town where every day is a new opportunity for love, redemption, and the courage to face the truth.